more than $100, we'll see prices rise by $10. Additionally, prices of clothing and equipment could increase by $2 to $10. With that, let's welcome in Tim Phillips, Director of Government Affairs and Global Strategies at Nestpoint. Seth Densson's here, business and market analyst. Welcome to you both. Thanks for coming on. All right, Tim, what's going on with Nike here? Are they just wanting the customers to cover the costs?
I think they want to make it clear that, hey, we're not to blame somehow or another for the tax increases that they're going to put on consumers. So there's going to be some turbulence as the president's effort, especially to reset with China. They took advantage of our nation for far too long, stealing intellectual property, not opening their market while flooding our market. We needed to get tough with them. The president is doing that. It's a geopolitical issue as well as an economic and a fairness issue. So there will be some turbulence like this, and some companies will take the step that Nike took. But in the long term and in the midterm, this is good for the United States, what the president's doing with regard to China.
Home Depot says they're not doing that. They're not passing it on to the consumer. Right. They're going to keep the prices as is. Behind the scenes, how they do that, not to get in the weeds, but they have a plan. But again, that created a lot of headlines for Home Depot, and that seems to be working out well for them. Let's talk Memorial Day weekend, MDW, if you will. Gas being its cheapest on the holiday weekend since 2021. Americans may travel, we're learning, in record numbers for Memorial Day weekend. So gas is down about 11%. This is from a year ago, around $3.16, $3.19 a gallon, although consumer sentiment stands near a record low, a record 45 million Americans, Seth, are expected to travel at least 50 miles from home over this holiday weekend. That's according to AAA. Talk to us about this again. Gas prices down 11% from a year ago. Do you see a trend here, a downward trend for gas prices as we move into Memorial Day weekend and past?
Yeah, Sean, obviously we're watching oil futures. We're watching what OPEC did over the last couple of weeks, trying to flood the market and increase oil into the markets. But it's still down 15% over this time last year. And as you alluded to, Memorial Day, which is one of the biggest travel days of the year. As a matter of fact, more people flew Memorial Day 2024 than they have in a long time. So it was one of the busiest travel days of the year for airports. So plane tickets, hospitality, all that. This is the big kickoff to the summer spending. It will really give us a barometer on where consumers are for the rest of the year.
All right. We'll be watching for it. Thank you both for taking the time this morning. Tim Phillips, Seth Densson. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Joe.
The Trump administration aiming to rid the United States of illegal migrant criminals through